Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Teufulhund and his Hindenburg. He's divisioned up with a couple of VT guys, Cal and the Slava, Histopicker and the Yamato. This is an all tier 10 match. We do have CVs on either team, torpedo threats. Kaze and Holland, both pretty effective. Holland, of course, they've set up for it. The torpedoes run at about, 90 knots, something like that. It's really fast. I only have 1 or 2 games in Holland. And to be honest, I had such great success with it. Same story for me with the Minotaur. Had such a great first game, I thought, man, this just feels like cheating. So I played the Estergatland quite a bit more. Shimakaze, of course, those torpedoes, though they don't have a very good detection radius. They're spotted, fairly soon. With the ability now to speed them up a little bit, they do land a little bit more often, at least for me personally. And Shimakaze is very stealthy, so it does represent a threat. We're on another epicenter map, which is it's challenging. The whole idea, of course, was to force teams to engage a little bit more, because the caps are all in the middle of the map. I imagine you're familiar, but for anyone who isn't, each of those rings and the concentric circles that you see there represents a potential points accumulation. Good guys have secured the outside ring, and you can see what that's done is it's given a 25-point lead already. And you'll see those points continue to tick upwards if the good guys have secured it and the bad guys do not have a ship in it. Now, more than likely, there were 20 seconds or so where the bad guys didn't have anybody in that ring, and it looks like there was another brief moment when they weren't, because I saw the points jump up to 470. As long as the red guys have a ship in that, the good guys won't be able to accumulate points. But they had it, and it was not contested long enough to get a little bit of points. And in the meantime, we've got 2 friendly Hollands, Marceau, who have all basically pushed in to the center of the cap, and their willingness to move into the center has given their team a lead, a points lead, which is really, really important. Kleber is super fast, and those shells are going to fall well behind Kleber. It's really kind of disorienting how fast Kleber is. It's a very hard ship to put shells on. Now you can see Teuful's he's using HE, trying to start some fires. He may switch to AP here against Des Moines, but Des Moines looks like he's bringing his nose around a little bit to angle. He's almost 30 degrees, so yeah, he's making absolutely the right choice here, sticking with HE, just trying to make some damage over time. Good guys secured all 3 caps. That gave him a 75-point lead. In terms of points, now an 80-point lead, and presumably that's going to grow. So that's a ship. I mean, that's a ship sunk. That's a cruiser sunk in terms of points. Spotter planes in the air. That's going to give our hero some additional range. That range, boy, the pixelization is just something else. Does get a fire started, nicely done. And the Yemi's probably going to allow that to burn for a while. No. He repaired it, and I think that was a bit of a mistake, because any other fires that get started now are going to burn for a while. There's one. And Teuful knows what he's doing, so He's aiming a little bit farther forward, trying to start some fires on the center or the nose of the ship. And there's another fire, and that's 2. And the points are just going to keep racking up because the enemy having repaired already, he's got to wait for his cooldown to be able to stop those fires. And you're just going to see the points continue to accumulate. And now, same thing on the Kremlin. As long as the Kremlin stays detected, it's going to take damage. And the Kremlin's in big trouble here. Torpedoes are just going to eat him alive. Ah, those must have been from a Holland. You can see they don't do a whole lot of damage. But now, almost certainly he had to repair. And that means any fires that are set now are going to burn for a good long time. Down goes the Yamato through flooding. And you can see one perma-fire on Kremlin already. More torpedoes heading his way, but it looks like those are going to be a little bit too far ahead of him to do anything. And our hero's trying to get another fire started on Kremlin. That Des Moines went nose into the island. He's trying to keep our hero from showing too much broadside by using the AP. The Hindy's AG is very good. Des Moines starting to move forward now. He's going to run behind that island. Kleber's moved up to try and offer him some support, I think. Des Moines has to angle back into the island in order to avoid eating torps. And I think that's going to spell the end for him. Friendly Yamato goes down, so both teams now down a Yamato. And this Des Moines, if he wasn't on the bad guys team, I would feel sorry for him. The position he's in right now. He is certainly going down here. Just a question of who's going to get the last shot. It looks like our hero, while doing a lot of damage, did not pick up the kill. The friendly Hawk did. Kleber's out there just causing problems. And Venezia, I'm hoping Venezia is targeting the Kleber. Gets a fire started on the Kremlin. Pretty tight game in terms of the ships. You know, both teams down a battleship, bad guys down a cruiser as well. But you can see there's a significant points lead, and that's all due to the caps. So hats off to the friendly destroyers for pushing in early and getting those caps. But the bad guys, in the meantime, have come back and secured both the outer rings. Down goes Kremlin. There's a lot of fire coming his way, but Teufel manages to get the kill shot. And now the Slava's going to get the same treatment. The Slava, look at the dispersion on that thing. That ship is incredibly accurate. And those shells hit really, really hard, as you can see. Yeah, if you were looking at a little indicator down there, Teufel's Hindy took a significant amount of damage. And the grouping on those shells, it's just ridiculous how accurate the Slava is. You can see the friendly Venezia saying, don't lose the caps. Well, already lost 2 of them, but as long as you've got green ships in those red circles, no more points are going to accumulate there. And while the same is true of the center cap, the points lead that was given early is significant. You're looking at 135 points. Like I said, Kleber, incredibly fast. It's really difficult to gauge, and it'll take you usually a couple volleys to gauge exactly how far you need to lead. By that time, he's repositioned or gone dark, or somebody else is targeting you, forcing you to change the position at targets. And it looks like Kleber's got a speed boost running too, so he's, well, they're just incredibly fast. He slowed down, and he paid for that. And having slowed down, he's in danger of being wrecked here. Now it goes dark. Yep, he's lit up again. I'm sure he's trying to hightail it out of Dodge. He's trying to get out of there. Well, unable to land any more shots on him and changing targets now to enemy Slava, the good guy Slava, played by Cal. He's just gone down to fire Thunderer. Not a fire, but just fire. I don't know whether it was AG or AP, but either way, his ship was sunk. Fire started on the Slava. If Slava comes this way, he may eat a torpedo, depending upon the range. And Teufel drawing him this way by heading out here. Getting him to open up his side, where he might eat a torpedo or two. Let's just hope they've got the range. Yep, that's going to be it for Slava. Down he goes. Nicely done, Marceau. Good guys are down 3 ships, 3 battleships. The bad guys are down 3 battleships, a cruiser and a destroyer. This is not looking good for the bad guys. Our hero, in the meantime, just continues to rack up damage, using primarily his AG shells at range. This is a textbook example of great Hindi play. You stay back, you light fire, do damage. You avoid taking damage to the best of your ability, and we've certainly seen that. Slava, it's tough to mitigate damage on Slava. I mean, Teufel was angled. I mean, you can't do any more than he did. But that shell grouping was like darts in a bullseye. Another fire started. So that's 10 fires for our hero, 214 shells on target, 1 kill, 3 incapacitations, 144,000 damage. Venezia finishes off Des Moines. And this is quickly turning into a rout for the good guys. Enemy Thunder are reversing, but just nowhere to go. There's fire number 11. And look at the range with the spotting plane here. 24.8 kilometers. Fire number 12. And he picks up the Witherer. Enemy Minotaur and Kleber both, they're ready to make their last gasp. Neither one of them has much in the way of hit points left. Thunderer apparently has decided there's no point in continuing to reverse. Will this be fire number 13? It is. Fire number 13. That next volley is going to go over the bow. This one might hit, though. No, Thunder is just going to come to a stop. And Thunder, I think, is going to eat at least 1 torp here. This is going to be really close. No, he evades the torpedoes. And now Teufel is targeted. He starts fire number 14, sitting at 178,000 damage at count. And the spotter plane comes back down. Captain, I was about to run out of gas and ditch in the water without control, so bring me aboard. Still, we're at 189,000. Fire number 15, 195,000 damage. And just farming this Thunderer. Fire number 16. If you've wondered how to play the Hindi, this is how. He's done well enough that the enemy CB has decided, okay, I got to pay a little bit of attention to you. This is going to hurt, but still 24,000 hit points. You're going to be fine here. Loses about half of those hit points. You got 7 seconds of flooding. Get way out ahead of the Kleber. I might finish off Kleber here. That shot looked pretty good. No, again. Kleber is just so speedy. And the enemy CV has Found a new target in the form of Marceau. I'm really hoping our hero is able to finish off that Kleber. That is such a hard target to hit, especially at that kind of range. Kleber slowed down and came to port, so I'm gonna miss. The enemy CV is just focusing on Teufel now. 210,000 damage and counting. Another shot on Kleber possible, but it is going to save it. Hold his fire for Montana, which might be fire 17. Enemy CV misses. Friendly hack goes down. Enemy Holland picks him up. That's not going to be a fire there because there's one already burning, but just his aim. Shoots for the bow. Maybe we'll get another fire here. Torpedoes are going to finish out the Montana. Yeah, this game is all over with shouting. Big bada boom is right. Enemy Richtofen running for his life. Kleber running for his life with 139 hit points. Get a shell anywhere near him and that'll finish him off. Okay, quick recap. 275 shells on target, 16 fires, 2 kills, 3 incapacitations, shot down 6 aircraft, 214,000 plus damage tanked, 883,000 potential damage. Outstanding game, no matter how you measure it, an outstanding game. Thank you very much for sending me the replay file, brother. Really enjoyed it. Thanks to those joining me here, and I'll see you next time.